Hello guys, welcome to Tarot. I'm going to try something new on this channel today, and we're going to try to do a twin flame update reading. This reading will be divine masculine, divine feminine, where you both are in the connection, and hopefully this can help aid you to carry out the rest of this journey. So, alright, I shuffled the cards beforehand and we could jump right into this. This is the divine feminine and this is the divine masculine. So I'll start off with you guys because most of you watching this will be divine feminine. This card is where you are in your headspace about the commitment, and the card that came out for that is the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is in your headspace. It's like you're thinking about this connection all over again. You're thinking about it as if you've just fallen in love for the very first time. You have very high expectations. You're feeling things very strongly. You're very emotional and what's the word? Like sentimental about the connection. And whenever you think about it, you know, it seems like you put a lot of weight towards it, and it could be because this person may have actually been your first love that you're watching this about. If not, it could just feel more intense than that, and that's why you're just thinking about it like that. But I feel for a lot of you, you may not have been in communication, and you might have even been feeling like off from the connection for a while, and now you're starting to think about it all over again with this like fresh new heart and mind. And I asked then what you thought about the connection, like what your connection was in your heart space, and the card that came out for that was the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is representative of the energy of like you're in a room and you look across the room and you lock eyes with someone and you just know that there's a connection with them. And the thing with the Two of Cups is it doesn't always mean that it's romantic. Like, this Two of Cups could come out for another soulmate connection, but the fact of the matter is the connection is very intense. Now for this one, I mean, it coming up in your heart space, I think that this is speaking on the like picture terms, as there is that like one flame, the twin flames that are coming together. So I feel like you really feel that way about this person. You're very aware of that in your heart. You're not willing to let that go, but you might feel that might be why you're thinking so intensely about it, is because in your heart you just know that this is your person. Now, when I asked how ready you were for them in your life, the card that came out with that was the Three of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, you may actually be in another relationship with someone at this time. That doesn't have to be for all of you because it is a general reading, but I will say that I feel like some of you are like in another relationship and you may be looking towards someone else and unwilling to leave this connection that you're in. Or it could mean that, you know, you just have a lot of like events coming out, you're hanging out with your friends, you're feeling really good, you feel like there's a lot to celebrate about, and you might not be ready for them because you're in a good space, but you're not sure if you're willing to take that on again because you already know how intense the connection is. As much as you want it, it kind of like you're a little bit nervous about it or scared about it coming in. And it could be because there's so many good things going on and you might really want that, but if you have another person in your life, or if this person is with somebody else in their life, then you might know that, you know, three's a crowd and it might be a bit much right now. It might not be the right timing, and I feel like that's how you're feeling about the connection. You might not be ready for it at this time. And remember, this is a weekly energy reading, so you might just be like, no, I am feeling that, but like right now it might just be a week where, you know, you're kind of learning to yourself. Because the next card I asked was, how are you with coming to them? And the card that came out, was the Hermit. So I don't feel the Hermit is like, you're still learning a lot, right? You've pulled back. I feel like you're trying to listen to your heart. A lot of people that you've spoken to about this connection, they've tried to tell you the right things or what they think is right for you, but you know that you're the only person that you can listen to. So I feel like you've withdrawn from even contacting them, because you might have been trying to for a long time, but I think like now, I don't feel like you've wanted to chase them. You know, I feel like you were chasing for a long time and now you don't want to. You're kind of withdrawing and you're to yourself and you're learning a lot of lessons. And I think that you kind of like this space right now because you're learning a lot about yourself. And though you are, as a twin flame and a twin soul, like one soul essentially, sometimes you have to learn about the other part of your soul by yourself. Sometimes you have to learn of that by getting to know yourself more, because once you get to love yourself, then you can truly be in union with your twin flame, but not before that. Now, the next card I asked, the next card that the next card that was pulled was for the Divine Masculine. So the Divine Masculine in their headspace is the Star. So I feel like they're in a place where they're starting to heal. They might be healing past wounds within the relationship. They might be healing a lot of things within their own life. They also could be thinking about you as someone who is healing, who restores them. Someone who's like very beautiful and brings inspiration and challenge and kind of balances their energy. And I feel like that's because you're not in desperation mode anymore. You're not chasing them. You're kind of staying to yourself, and now like they're looking at you with a new light. They're looking at you as this beautiful star. They're looking at you and thinking about you as the twin flame. And some people do say the Star is a twin flame relationship, a twin flame like card. So it could be, if this in their headspace, is they really do think of you as that. Or they think of you as, if they don't believe in twin flames, or they don't, use that terminology, let's say, then they could also be just saying like they see you as like this archetype for like the perfect relationship. The next card I asked was where they were in their heart space with you, and the card that came out with that is the 8 of Coins. So I do feel like they're working very hard to better themselves. The 8 of Coins is all about like improving things, like an opportunity to improve, to advance, learning new skills, like practicing. So I feel like they really want to practice like a lot of their life skills so that they can be a better person, and so that they can work in a relationship with you. They're trying to work on a lot of things on themselves. They really are trying to impress you. I feel like these people are like this person is working really hard on themselves, and you can see that and you can feel that because you are connected. And when they're doing that, it's because you're doing that too. So you guys are on the same plane. So when you're working on yourself, they're working on themselves. And I feel like it's because they want to like come towards you, but they really don't even feel ready to do that completely, because they are in a place where they want to like master themselves, and they really feel like they have to work hard to get your love, to like, not that it's hard because they can't connect with you, it's more like they feel like they have to work hard because you've done a lot for them, and they're starting to recognize like as much as you actually do. And when I asked how ready they were for you, the card that came out was the Strength card. So I feel like they're facing a lot of inner battles, right? I feel like they have like battles in their external life, and I feel like they need to face them before they're able to move on. And I think life is really testing their character and their strength and their heart and what they really want. And a lot of obstacles are coming up in their way to really see if they're going to be bound by the illusions of fears, or if they're really going to work through this. And since this person, like this card is also very strong to the heart, if this person is in a place where they are balancing themselves and it seems like they are restoring themselves, then I do feel like this person is going to do the shadow work they need to, and they're learning to accept parts of themselves and parts of you so that they're actually able to come into union with you. right now they're not completely ready because they are still working through that. They still have to go through things. They might actually be going through like their own dark night of the soul that they might not have gone through beforehand. And how they are with coming towards you, the card that came out is the Two of Swords. So I feel like they're facing a decision, right? They have to make a choice, and they have to make a choice between two things. One thing is something that their heart is telling them. Another thing is something that is very logical. This could be between you and another person, if this person is in a relationship and is like with a karmic. And if that is the case, their emotions are interfering right now because they do have attachment either to you or to the other person or to a job or whatever else that they are making this decision with when it comes to you. And right now they're waiting it out. And like, it's with this card is saying that you have to just make the decision and get things going. Like, the longer you wait, the worse things will get. And it'll continue keep coming up. So like, if you're on their mind or like, and they're trying to work past that, like, you're going to keep coming up in any way, shape, or form because it's trying to nudge them to make a decision. But right now they're like unsure which one they really want to make because it's very difficult for them at this time. Now the next card, I asked what was the wall that was blocking you guys, and the card is the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins is about someone having something and someone needing something, right? Like distribution of resources. So I feel like one person in this connection was making more of an effort. One person was constantly putting in the effort to reach out, putting in the effort in the relationship to work on themselves. They were constantly, you might have been chasing them afterwards and then it didn't really feel like they cared about you. And now, like, what's blocking you is maybe they're more willing to speak to you, but you're not willing to, like, reach out or vice versa. But I think that one person, the wall that's blocking is, it's always been unequal in your relationship, like how you guys have communicated, and now you guys aren't in communication because you're waiting for that to equal out from the other side. And that's either one way or the other, depending if you are the person that is, blocks them off or if they're the person that blocks you off. But I do feel like that is the case, and that is the wall that is blocking twin flames at this time. And the next card is how you guys are united this week. And the card that came out for that is the Devil. So you may both be holding on to negative patterns or behaviors, and if the connection feels helpless, it's because it was in a powerful, destructive cycle for a really long time. And I don't think that you guys are you might actually be at a place where you can come into it, but I think a lot of you don't feel ready. A lot of you don't feel like you actually learned all of the lessons that you needed to, or that you're ready to come into it as a fully changed person. You're scared that, things are going to keep coming up that have before. And you're being tested. Are you going to actually do things differently? So I think you guys are kind of avoiding the connection a little bit right now because you're not quite sure and you want to make sure that you are fully changed yourself. So you guys are in a state of breaking through unhealthy cycles and breaking through, yourself, really. The bottom of the deck was the Empress card, so I do feel like there are new things that are coming into the relationship. I feel like, because the Empress is the card of fertility, and usually that is a very positive card, like a yes to if you guys are going to come into union soon kind of a thing. So I do feel like for some of you, you may speak to this person actually, but I do feel like you guys are really holding back because you're very scared and you might not be making full commitments towards the other. Alright guys, that is the reading for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for Twin Flame reading. Bye guys!